City Council has settled on its budget for next year, passing both a $340 million operating budget and $174 million capital budget.
Now, it includes a property tax increase of 3.6%. That's about $94 on the average home. Also included the final hurdle for funding an independent police monitor. Amy Reed joins us now to explain how it'll all move forward. Amy?
At the beginning of the night, funding for this position was in question. An amendment in the budget would have stripped the money, but council voted decisively tonight that this is something they want.
The clerk will call the roll.
17 alders sounded off tonight, showing their support for funding an independent police monitor.
Skidmore?
Paul Skidmore was not one of them. He sponsored an amendment that would have done the opposite.
This could be used as a means to micromanage and potentially harass officers.
The police auditor was the main recommendation of the Police Policy and Review Ad Hoc Committee, created after Tony Robinson was shot and killed by a Madison officer.
Good to have an outside entity that's constantly evaluating. It's not about being a critic, it's about being better.
Matthew Brongan was part of that committee. While alders tried to decide if the $200,000 is worth it, he encouraged them to consider where they save.
It kind of looks like it puts in tight, but if you want to talk about saving money, we're talking about saving money through civil lawsuits, through better operations of our police department.
People who have lost friends and family to officer-involved shootings came to council last night to share their voices too. Some saying what's in place now doesn't work.
It has never found an officer in the wrong for taking a life since its inception. That's 130 years.
Skidmore said he's not against the position, but he wanted more worked out before they set aside funds.
The devil's in the details. That's why we want to do this now rather than later, and that we want to vet it, because there's some, I'd say there's some potential landmines in the position.
Now, a person from City Human Resources was at the meeting tonight, and he guessed this position would take about 6 months to 1 year to fill. In that time, council also needs to pass an ordinance that will create a new department and authorize the position.